Yo, hello and welcome once again to my channel. This reflects image your neighborhood manipulator. And in this video I'll be sharing some tips to you on background manipulation. When it comes to background manipulation or photo manipulation in general, creativity has to come in play. You have to think, because I notice some people I usually do, they are trying to do basically what I do for manipulation, but you don't need to create the particular thing I create. You can just decide to create something else. Just think outside the box. So on a particular day, because these days I easily get tired of cropping out pictures, especially when it comes to the foot aspect and retaining shadows. And without retaining the shadow on the foot aspects, your picture won't look the way you want it to look. It won't look perfect enough. So that's where I thought about using fabrics on the floor to make sure it's not going to be hard for me while I'm cropping out picture, which has worked out for me so far, as you can see this picture here. And also this chair I have over here, because I'm currently running a mini studio because I'm in school right now. And also I don't have most of the material here. Even the backdrop I'm using is a cheap backdrop. If in Nigeria it's 5,000 naira in our currency over here. So I'm using a fabric backdrop instead of a paper backdrop, or for me to buy a canvas. And I actually usually got something nice after I manipulate my picture. So you can actually do the same. You don't have to get high gadget stuff for it. So before I go any further, this picture is actually taken with Canon 60D. 3 light setup, a Kodos 8200 Pro, and two TT520 flash in conjunction with it. So that's how I come about this picture. So, and here is the result of what I achieved. Look at how seamless the backdrop is. It's very perfect. I'll be showing you how to do that, and also how to write this right up on it. Look at how it looks like a magazine cover, which is perfect. And the chair I use right there, I'll be showing the chair. Yes, this is the chair I use there. It's just a normal plastic chair, and it will look weird if someone is to see a plastic chair in a studio picture. It won't look well professional. So that's why I use this fabric to cover it up, so that someone might not tell that this is actually a white chair. So when it comes to manipulation, it's actually comes from you shooting the picture, not just start the manipulation in Photoshop. You need to think before taking the picture. Start the manipulation straight from the camera, straight from when you are shooting your picture, so that it's going to be easy for you when you want to manipulate. So I'll be showing you how I do my manipulation. I actually did not use any overlay here. All I did was just color grading. So with no further ado, let's jump into action. So here's what the picture looked like, the initial picture. And as you all know, my normal default picture size is a 4:5, because the social media I love posting on the most is my Instagram and the default size for Instagram, apart from 5:5, is a 4:5. So I don't want Instagram to resize my picture for me while I want to post it, because sometimes it might actually just resize in the way you want to like. Especially when it comes to you want a product, or you want a particular object to be in the picture. Instagram will have to crop that out for you to make it fit in its own specification. So I'll just go to my crop tool. As you can see, it's already on my 4:5 pixel, but leaving it this way is going to crop out the leg and some other things which I want to be in the picture. So I just have to adjust. I'll adjust to the top also. I'll adjust just to make sure I get what I need, as you can see right now. So I just have to click on my OK. But if the space is not enough for me, I'll just click on the crop again, and I'll still make sure I adjust, I amend it, until I get a much wider space. Then I'll click on my OK. You all know what follows. I won't be showing you how to remove the background in this picture. I'll just be jumping straight into the manipulation aspect. So this time around, what I'll be extending the entire background. I wouldn't be extending these fabrics over here because I'll be changing the backdrop by filling it with just a natural backdrop, and I'll be showing how to do that. Very easy and straightforward, very simple, nothing, not much stress in this manipulation. So now let me just pick on my rectangle marker tool. As I told you earlier, I'm only extending this backdrop, so I'm just going to select it this way. Then I'll click on my Ctrl T for free transform. I'll hold down my shift key, then I'm going to drag until it fills the entire document. Then I'll click on my OK, Ctrl D to deselect. Then I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to do the same thing down here also, but I'll make sure it's not touching my model's hood. So I'm going to scroll down, Ctrl T for free transform, hold down my shift key, then I'll drag down, click on my OK, Ctrl D to deselect, as you can see right now, which is perfect. So the next thing I'll be doing right now, I'll be showing you how I do the color grading or how I remove the model. If you want to learn how I do remove my model perfectly, kindly watch the previous video which I post. So see you guys in the next 1 minute. I'm going on a short break for now. So in case you're interested in getting any of my picture editing file, from my overlays down to my color lookup, which is my lot file, so you just have to scroll down to your video. So under the comment, this is my description. So it's not going to load the description for you. You just have to click on show more, click on it. So it's going to show all the options. Once it does that, just click on my store link. So here's my store link. Once you click on it, it's going to take you directly to my store. So you can actually select any file you want. From the color lookup, this is a light skin LUTs. This is a feather which I use in my recent video. This is 100 premium baby overlays. This is my first video course. This video course entails on how to download all the files I want. The site I use in downloading all my files free of charge, including my Photoshop panels also. This includes my PNG files. This includes all my packs, all my picture editing files, my premium overlay, my PNG, my flying fabrics, my color lookup, my presets. So once you buy this, you've already bought everything apart from this one. So here is my flying fabrics. Here is my, in case you want to give me any project for me to work on. Here's my color lookup. Here is my background overlay, and here is my preset file. So in case you're interested in buying anyone, you can actually go for them. The good news there is that you can actually buy your own currency, any currency of your choice. You can buy with any currency of your choice. Welcome back, guys. So while on the short break, I've actually retouched my picture and actually added my dodge and bond to it, and also I removed my model from the background. So here is what our picture look like right now. So if you want to learn how I do that, I actually promise not to do that in this particular video. So if you want to learn how to do that, I'll just go to my previous video and watch them there. So we are going to be creating a background from scratch. Let me show you the easiest way to create a background from scratch. If you already have your footer, which is a fabric you're already laying on the floor. So let me turn this back on now. So I'll click on my background layer right there. Then I'm going to click on my color picker, my color palette over here. So I'm going to select a background color which I want. I think this color is okay. I'll click on my OK. Then I'll click on my adjustment layer, click on solid color. As you can see right now, I'll click on my OK. Boom. Actually gotten a nice fill color, but the background color is looking all too plain for our liking. So let me show you what to do next. So now come back here on this rectangle marker tool, click on the eclipse, hold down your shift key, then make a circle at the center of your model. If it's not at the center, make sure you just drag it to the center like this. Then click on your adjustment layer, click on your curves. Once it loads off, drag your curve up, drag it up until you see fit. This time around, click on the marks. Once you click on the marks, it's going to load up your property for you and the feather. Under the feather, drag the feather up to about 700 or so. Okay, I think 570 is okay. Boom. As you can see, we've actually created a nice studio backdrop. So that's the first step, and I think that's the final step for the manipulation we're doing. So now nobody will even know this picture is actually manipulated, because we still have our footer here which is looking all that nice. So you can just start your color grading now, or if you want to do the write-up, which I did also. So make sure you are directly below your model layer. So I'll just click on my text tool, make sure my cap lock is on. Then I'll write the name which I wrote the other time. My model name is Navilla, so I'm going to write it. That's a brand name, Navilla, Navilla. So I'll click on my OK. So I'll just go to my window. Under my window, I'll look for where my characters are. I'll click on character. It's going to load up for me. Then I'll change the color of the text I just wrote from brown. I'll change it to complete white. I'll click on my OK, then Ctrl T for free transform. Then I'm going to expand it until I see fit. So you can see right now. Then I'm going to adjust it and bring it down. So you can see, which is quite okay. So just as you can see right now, it's at the back, not at the front. Make sure it's directly below the model layer. So the next thing I'll be doing right now is to write "Be your own boss." So just have to click on the text tool again by clicking on T. Then I will write it out: be your own boss. So I'll zoom in. Okay, my boss is not complete. I'll write it: be your own boss. But this time around now, I'm going to be using another features for this. Firstly, let me increase the font size. Let me use about 85. Okay, I think 85 is okay. I'll make sure it's on bold. And under this place, under this V area, I'm going to fill it with 1000. Let's see. So it's going to expand the text for me. 1000. Sorry, 1000. As you can see, it's going to split the text for me, but I think 1000 is not enough. Let's use 1500. It's still not enough. Okay, let's use 2000 then. 2000. Okay, I think this is okay. This is okay. As you can see, we've actually created something nice and realistic at the same time. So not every time you start bringing in overlays, you can just, with the little you have in your studio, you can just create something nice for your client and they are going to love it. So my next step is to start my color grading right now. As you all know, my first step to color grading is adding a little bit of vintage to my picture. So I'll click on the uppermost layer, click on my circular marquee tool, hold down my shift key. Now I'm going to circle around my model, adjust it, and I'll go to my adjustment layer over here. I'll click on solid color. Before I go to my adjustment layer, I'll make sure I invert the selection by clicking on Ctrl, Shift and I. And I'll go to my adjustment layer. I'll click on my solid color, make sure I fill it with 100% black. Click on my OK. This time around, I just have to click on my max, click on property, then increase it. I think 700 is okay. Then I'm going to bring down the opacity to like 32 is okay for me. Click on my OK. The last step is also for me to bring in my Mela chocolate and we'll call it a day. So for me to do that, I just have to click on my adjustment layer again. I'll click on my color lookup, click on color lookup, then load 3D load, scroll down to where my Mela chocolate is, click on it, boom. Automatically we've gotten a nice manipulated background. So here is the before of our picture and here is the after, creating a background from scratch and giving us something we want. So that's all for today's tutorial, guys. Thanks for watching. If this is your first time visiting, don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel and also turn on the notification icon. If you have any question, you can contact me and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. See you guys on my next tutorial. One love.